Welcome back to my channel. Based on request, I'm going to make this video to demonstrate how you could create a demo account and place your first trade. Even though I'm still building this on tools that will guide us towards our informed order placing in terms of trading, I will make this video a bit ahead, but once I get to my 6th video, I will revisit this and make it more detailed. So what we want to do today is guide you on the process of deciding which platform to use, and after you've gotten the platform, which is basically a broker to use, you would then create an account. For a start, I would advise you found the account, you should just go for a demo. You always get $100,000 free trial amount that you could burn and create a new one and burn until once you're more convinced about your strategy, then you could fund with your main money and then start making money. So let me guide you. I'm making the first assumption that my viewer is from the US or one of the countries on this list. I will show you the list shortly. So I'll be using IG Forex. This sort of apply to any other broker. The procedure is the same. You just have to Google on brokers, Forex brokers supported in my country. Just put your name of your country there, and you will always get a list of all the Forex brokers for your country. So I'm assuming the viewer is from the US, so I will be trying IG Forex. Again, this is same. The steps are the same for any other one. So let's go IG.com. Oh, I opened a new tab. Actually, that's not what I want to do. So let's do IG Forex demo account. And this first one that says demo trading account, try IG's paper trading simulator. This is the one you want. So I'll just click on this and it should take me to this page. Here you have the sign up info. Before filling information, just make sure to check that your country is available on this list. So for example, there's the United States here and many other countries here. Just make sure your country is here. If your country is here, then you could go ahead and just use IG without using any other broker. So I will just adjust this to United States so I can search. Unfortunately, I have to look for it on the list and select it. So I've selected that, and then I'll come back here and fill in my name for this demo. Let's assume my name is Textro and my last name is Akawasi, and my username is Textro, and I'll put in some password. Just use this one, Textro Stores, at gmail.com, and you could just put in your phone number there. I wouldn't pick anything about this information. Maybe I could just do no, and then we'll just click on try demo. For now, I'll go ahead and save those information, and I'm already logged in at this point, so you could see your name and some information there, and you could see the Forex 1, Forex 2, doesn't matter, you could just pick one of those, but you're going to have funds after some time to be like 100,000. So basically the demo is ready, and in the next few minutes I will show you how to place your first trade. And so to do, let's just click on open that, and this will take us into our account. So this is like the dashboard for this account. These are the two simulator accounts that we saw. Again, these are showing like in pound. You could change those, but let's not worry about those. Let's just open one of those. Let's open this one. Click open platform, and we are here now. So you just want to be on interface where you're seeing the money in the account, you're seeing the cash you have. You should be seeing 0 here because you don't have any profit yet, but also you want to be seeing some currency pairs, and they should be changing. So to be telling you when it's going up, when it's coming down there, these are the key things. And the next step is to find which market we want to enter. So you have to like find the currency pairs you want to trade, and to do that you could just basically search it here. But before that, I would advise you do your analysis somewhere. Usually I'm using TradingView, so if you don't have a TradingView, you could as well do the same steps. So you just want to open a TradingView account, just do tradingview.com. I already have an account, so it will show my account there. But if you don't have an account, you could just sign up. It's easier, just need your email, just like the way we did the other one. And once you have that, you just have to search the currency pair that you're interested in. So let's do a USD JPY, and you could select the Forex. So you see the USD JPY, and then want to do the launch chart. And once it's open, you should see all the tools this way. So the next is to decide on what to do. Again, this is just to demonstrate how to open an account and place an order. You just have to like take many things into consideration: the candlestick formation, the trend, resistance levels, and a bunch of those. I will be showing those in my 7th video, but I just want to show you how to place a trade real quick. So let's assume that you've done all your analysis here and you've decided that you want to buy. This is going up, so you want to buy. So once you have decided on where, so let me just zoom in, for example, because we need more information, not just to buy. So if we zoom in here, we'll have these numbers here. You need to know these numbers. You need to know when you want to buy. So for example, it's now on 157.150. So let's say we want to buy there, or maybe you want to buy when it gets to this level, or maybe you want to buy when it gets to here. So this black stuff, you want to know that value, you want to note it, or you can even copy it from here and paste it there. But you also want to know how long, the distance to which you want to set your stop loss. So basically you want to measure some distance, so the distance could cover something like that, and here it's giving you the pips, which is basically some percentage in price value. Basically think of it as some distance in chart. And so you want to have those information because it will guide you towards setting the stop loss and take profit. So let's assume that you have gotten those information. Basically you want to have information about when you want to enter the market. You also want to have information on where you want to exit the market. That's when you've made enough money and want to take out your profit. And also you want to know information about how much buffer you should set, such that if the price reaches that level, you want to exit the market because the market is not going your direction. So usually that's guided by some resistance level or some lower lows or higher highs. So basically based on the trend information, you will get those information. I wouldn't be explaining those very much. So let's go back to here. Let's assume you have gathered those information. So the next is to come here and then search that same pair here. So we are looking for a USD JPY, and this will come up. Let's pick it. So that's that chart that we saw there. It's here. Basically we'll just click on that. The view, we need to drag stuff around to make stuff a little big, but I think that's not really important because we've already gathered that information. And so once the chart opens up, the next step is here. There is something called here, it's calling a put or call. In some platform it will be a sell and a buy. The language is a bit different here. I mean, on the same IG, on different account is giving this different value. So yeah, don't be confused. You just want to, the one that is showing you down is a sell and it's usually red. The one that is pointing up is a buy and it's usually pointing up. So let's, for example, this one is going up, so we want a buy. So we'll do the call. So place this on the call, and we want to provide in the information here. So it's giving us some information about possible open and the pip size. So this is the pip size. This is like the weight. Think of it as a weight in terms of like how much money you want to put in. Usually for a starter, I will advise to go with 0.01, which is like the minimum. No, sorry, for this one the minimum is given here as 0.2, so I have to do the 0.2. And then you want to put your stop loss, which I discussed earlier in the other one. So for example, since it's going up, you usually want to put this value to be behind where the market presently is. The market is presently on this range where you have this gray sort of like tab. So you usually want to put it below. So let's say we'll put it on 157, or usually it's below some resistance or some support. So we'll put it below this week. So we just have to type in these values here, or we'll just provide the pip equivalent at that level. So in this case, it's looking for pip because it's a value. So let's say we put in 25. Usually 25 pips is sufficient. And if you tell you how much money you stand to lose if it doesn't go your way, and it will show some red stuff there. So this is the 25 points showing you red, and we're having the number of Japanese yen that we'll be losing if the market doesn't go in our direction. And then there's also a limit. Limit is basically asking you to provide some information of how much the market should travel in your direction before you should exit. Again, you could use information about your channel, your trend channel, which I explained in my second video. Check it out to get this information. Basically, to bounce on the trend channel. So it says if it's going up, it will bounce at some trend lines if you draw on the upper band, and that will guide you to predict where it will go up before it start falling. So you have that information. So, or you could also use the risk to reward ratio to like decide this. So since you are risking about 25 pips, you could do a 1:2 ratio, and so put a 50 pip kind of like, so you are just doubling. So if I'm risking 25, I should be able to make times 2 of that. The worst case scenario is you want to risk what you want to make, so basically to be the same level. So this 1:1 ratio, so basically you're telling me that if you get to this level, it should take you out and save this amount of money for you. So 500. If I take it to 75, for example, if you reach to this level, it should take me out, and I'll be making about 1,500 yen. So these are the information you need. You need this weight. Again, if you increase this, these values will go higher because think of them as their weight. Basically, they help convert this number of points that you have here to the currency that you have in your account. So if I go to 0.5, for example, this 500 change to a higher value, and this amount that we're making here go to a higher value. Again, this is also tied to how much you have in your account. So if you don't have a very big amount in your account and you put in this, then you may end up liquidating at some point. So you want to take those into consideration. Usually start with a smaller value, and then when you're more comfortable, you could increase those to more higher values. So let's stick with that. Could do it at 0.3. I just keep it at 0.3. So we're risking about this amount and making about 6,000 amount. And once you have this information locked in, remember you have to have this core selected. You don't want it to be on this one, so first click on this before filling this information. And then once you're ready, let's click on the place order, and it tells us here that deal has been confirmed. So we are now in the market, and we should see it at the top here how much we are making basically. But if you come back to this side, you should see where you have positions, and if you click on the position, it will tell you now we're already making 33 yen from this order that we placed. I'll come back again maybe after some few seconds to show you how much we're making, but in pounds we're making like 0.2 of a pound already. And again, you don't have to wait for it to, and you can modify stuff while the stuff is going on. So for example, had this stop loss to be this value. If you change your mind that, oh, I'm already making this amount, let me adjust it more, you can always adjust it and just automatically to adjust. Or say you want to jump out of the trade and just move away this money into your account and re-enter the trade again, you can also do that by just adjusting this or just clicking on this close. So this close is what you use to exit the market. Maybe I should just try that and show you, for example. So now that I'm making a 6, let me just close. Oh, it's 0. So I'm making a 15, so I click the close, so now I'm out of the market, and so the profit has been added to my account already. That's why I'm having way higher than what I had before. Let's close and re-enter the same market again. So it was this USD JPY, and we say it will go up at this point. So by default it's on put, which is a sell. We want to click on the buy again, and we just want to provide in these values in pips. So let's put the 25 again, and let's put a 50 here, and this was still on 0.3. By default this value will remain based on what you used previously. Let's place the order, and now we have entered the market again. If you go back to here, you see the positions. So suppose there's also another way to like place the order. This is just the simplest way. The other ones where you don't necessarily have to enter the market immediately. You could program it so that if it meets some conditions, you should take it into the market. I won't be explaining that in a particular video, but in the future when I'm like showing how to use my strategy, I will explain all those. But if you happen to use those ones, then you get to see those in order here, rather than seeing the position to be in order. Once your conditions are met, then it will switch from here back to the position. Then you see how much we're making. Like now we're losing about this amount, but after a few seconds I think this will switch to a direction, and then you start making money, and then you go to close. If you go to history, you could see the trades that you've entered in the past 24 hours. I think it will take some time for the one we just closed to show up here, but this way you get to see them. And again, at the top here, you could also add stuff and remove stuff from here by just clicking, adding more information, how much you sold and so that's how you place your first trade in Forex. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please remember to subscribe and leave a comment, like and share, and tell someone about what we're doing on this channel. Bye bye, see you in my next video.